They're undefeated in conference. They only have 2 blemishes in the loss column on the entire season, both to good quality programs. And they just seem to be, just when you think that, well, sometimes they talk about a team. Well, if you get too hot too soon, and then you flatten out, and then when it's tournament time, you can't go to the whip. It's not there. No, this team just keeps playing steady basketball. It's aggressive. It's relentless defense. It's transitional basketball, and everybody gets to shoot the pill. Your 5 starters for the Redhawks pretty much are about double-digit scorers. So
Indeed.
and for you and I to sit up here and watch them do what they do, it's a gas.
Absolutely. Their scoring offense ranked 13th in the nation. They're averaging 75 points a game. Their scoring defense top 25 as well, only allowing 51 points per game, 9th in the nation in field goal percentage. And the head coach of this offense, Lauren Busilaki, is very much so responsible for the melding of these young women into an absolute powerhouse nationally. You had an opportunity to talk to Coach Busilaki before the game. Let's go take a look at what that sounded like.
Well, Ripon men just came up short. They were down by 6 points with less than a minute. Got close, couldn't finish the deal. The Cornell Rams, the men's team, they got out of here with a win. But now it's not going to be so easy, I don't think, against Coach Aaron Buzilaki's team, Lawrence. And now it's Coach Brassey's turn to come in here and see what he can do against this hot Red Hawk team. Coach, welcome.
Thanks for being here, Marty.
Yeah, I wouldn't miss it. So here we go. We got Coach Brassey. He's probably got to be close to one of the deans of the conference, along with the Lake Forest coach probably. And I remember when you were starting here 13 years ago, he had everything going his way along with Monmouth. And now everything is kind of different. You certainly have been able to crescendo with your program over the last 6-7 years, and you haven't taken your foot off the gas pedal yet. What do you look for in the Rams, what they're going to bring in here tonight?
Yeah, they'll play with a ton of pressure. They deny the basketball. They'll send you the basketball as well in the paint, on the post, and also out on the perimeter. So we might see a little bit of backcourt pressure also. They've done that in the past as well. And then offensively, a ton of screens. So ball screens and back screens and pin screens. So they'll throw everything at us tonight. So we've got to compete.
Coach, you're like top 20 offense, top 25 defense, but the stat that has really, really impressed, it's that what they call the margin from what you average in points per game and what you give up. It's almost 24 points. You do that, in my opinion, on defense. Your relentless pressure and your half-court defense seems to set the table for everything that happens on the other end of the court.
Yeah, we like to talk about our defense creating our offense, and we want to contest. We want to grind out possessions on the defensive end as well. Contest shots at the perimeter, contest shots in the paint. Our players have done a really good job this year at competing really hard and trying to contest as best as they can, and then limiting second chances. That's also a big, emphasis. Just every practice is to hit and box out.
Is your team playing loose and easy right now? What's the temperature of your team?
I always think the temperature needs to be raised at all times, Marty. So,
Coach, best of luck to you tonight. And then after this, you're going to be heading down the road to Galesburg, I think, and taking on a really competitive Knox team. And then you'll finish up at home with us in, I think, Beloit. Best of luck to you.
thanks, Marty.
Thank you, Coach Lauren Busilaki, for that interview and your time. We're about 4 minutes out from tip-off. Around the league today, I just want to let you know, Lawrence is at Lake Forest. Illinois College visits the Pioneers at Cornell. Of course, Cornell is here tonight. Tomorrow, Knox will play at Monmouth. That's what's going on with that. I had a chance also, just when I was concluding my interview with Coach Busilaki, Coach Brassey, who's now come out to the scorers table, I just wanted to congratulate him on last season we spoke. He got into the fourth position last year, was able to get in to the tournament. And his parents were there last year, Crete. And his mom and dad are like 96 and 97 years old. They just celebrated, get a load of this, he just told me, they just celebrated their 75th wedding anniversary.
Wow.
Coach Brassey is a class act. He was a good player, and he was also, he's proven his what he can do as a coach over the years. He coached the men's co-college, and then when the opening came back to Cornell College, he took it, and his family resides in Mount Vernon, Iowa.
Yeah, Brent Brassey been there for 21 years, 256 wins, one of, I believe, just 3 coaches in the Midwest Conference, along with Coach Busalaki, and you said the head coach from Lake Forest with over 200 victories in their career here in the Midwest Conference at their school.
She might have 300. But
oh, wow.
Yeah, exactly. Hey, but the stats, if you're Coach Brassey, when you look at your stats, you figure out what you got to do. Coach Busalaki said they're going to have defensive pressure. The Rams will on Ripon, but Ripon averages 15 more points per contest. They average than the Rams. They average 16 more rebounds than the Rams. And so if you play the games, because stats don't tell you who's going to win or lose, but it gives you an idea how the season is going as a barometer or a temperature of the team. And Ripon right now is firing on all pistons. There is a second leading scorer for the Rams. She's a Wisconsin native, go figure, right? The super sophomore out of Boscobel, Wisconsin, Boscobel High School. She's averaging about 21 points per contest, and that's just a few points behind the conference leading scorer from Knox, Bria Medina, who pours in a 25-point average every time she laces them up.
Yeah, Erin Knowles, she's having a heck of a sophomore year, shooting 46% from the field, 20 points, 7 boards, just an all-around great player, and we're lucky to get to see her in action here tonight.
Yep, and so you know what the focus will be defensively for Ripon. Try to make somebody else beat you. Try not to let it be number 4 for them, Erin Knowles.
Yeah. We're about a minute away from the starting lineups. We still don't have those yet up on the scoreboard. No. We have a good hunch, obviously.
Yeah.
Having watched it all year, we could pretty much place the house on who Coach Busalaki is going to start with. But we got no clue what Coach Brassey is going to do.
Yeah, we got a few seconds here. Performer of the Midwest Conference Performer of the Week, Lainey Havlovitz.
Yeah.
In those 2 games where they won that game that I had a chance to see at Lawrence 6 nights ago up in the Alexander Gym in Appleton, Wisconsin, and then the game that we called just a few days ago, Saturday here against the Fighting Scots of Monmouth. Lainey, congratulations. She averaged 16 points, 5 assists, 3.5 steals per game over those 2 contests. So congratulations. Sophie Sleevey already has 3 of those under her belt with regards to being Midwest Conference Performer of the Week.
Indeed, and Havlovitz jumped into the leading scorer spot for the Redhawks. She's averaging 13 a game to go along with 4 assists, 4 rebounds, and 2.5 steals.
Right.
And now Lynn Krause is going to step into his role on the PA system. We got the starting lineups being loaded in first for the Redhawks. Of course, we got to wait.
Yeah, I'm surprised they don't have a drum roll. But no problem. We adapt. We're a small market. When that person comes off the bench and we see the number on that jersey, we're going to know who are the 5 starting Rams for Cornell College.
And number 4, starting it off, the 6'1", sophomore out of Boscobel, Wisconsin. We already talked about her, Erin Knowles. She averages 20 a game. Number 5, the 5'4" junior out of Vail, Arizona, Kylie Edris. Number 11, the 5'10" freshman out of Longmont, Colorado, Caroline Crone. Number 22, the 5'7" junior out of Manti, Utah, Heidi Jorgensen. She averages 8 and 3 a game this year for the Rams. And number 24, the 5'8" freshman out of Parker, Kansas, Kaylin Strope. And of course, the Rams are coached by Brent Brassey. And moving on to your home squad, the Ripon College Lady Redhawks, the number 15th ranked team in the nation, 20-2 on the season, 13-0 in Midwest Conference play. Starting with number 3, the 5'3" junior, the reigning Midwest Conference Player of the Week out of Wild Rose, Wisconsin, Lainey Havlovitz. Number 4, the 5'8" sophomore out of Cottage Grove, Wisconsin, Carson Nelson. Number 11, the 5'8" senior out of Madison, Wisconsin, Natalie Rowell. Number 31, the 5'11" sophomore out of Fredonia, Wisconsin, Hallie Van Horn. And rounding out the starting 5, the 3-time Midwest Conference Player of the Week, the 5'11" junior out of Antigo, Wisconsin, number 40, Sophie Schleve. And of course, the Redhawks are coached by legendary Lauren Busalaki. Just got her 200th career win a couple of games ago versus Illinois College. We were lucky enough to be on the call for that one. The Rams come into this contest 13-7 overall, 7-5 in Midwest Conference play. That puts them in a tie with Cornell for that 4th spot.
Yeah, their last game, they were roughed up a bit at home to the Vikings of LU. And they took what they did. They really made life tough on Aaron Knowles defensively, and that was the key to their success. So it's going to be important, I think, coming off of that home loss to Lawrence University. Coach Brassey, you know he wants to get off to a good start against this high-powered Ripon Lady Redhawks squad.
Indeed. Just moments away from the opening tip here at Weisky Gymnasium on the Julie Johnson Bob Gillespie Court inside the Wilmore Center in beautiful Ripon, Wisconsin.
Starting tonight, this is the beginning of the last 3 games of the regular season. And kind of looking at all the matchups and who's left and who's relevant in the top half of the conference, I say Knox, that's tied for second right now, 9-3 with LU. I think Knox has the toughest way to go. Knox tonight, we'll let that, we'll come talk about that later.
Opening tip is won by the Rams of Cornell. The Rams in black with purple lettering, white trim. The Redhawks in their home whites with red lettering and black trim. Hallie Van Horn guarding Strope early on. Down low to Strope, kick to the corner. That's Jorgensen, misses. Sophie Schleve with the rebound, kicks it out to Havlovitz, and look at her run early on.
Yeah, save that statement for the whole game. look at Ripon run early on, medium on, and at the end.
And far on.
Yeah, there you go.
Nelson with it. She kicks it to Van Horn in the corner. Schleve at the high post, nice screen down low to Nelson. She misses the layup though off the screen. Nelson struggles with her left hand down low. Knowles with it, she's guarded by Schleve, goes to the rack. No good on her first shot attempt of the game. Havlovitz with the rebound, she's running. Goes up with the right hand and in. The Redhawks strike first on Lainey Havlovitz, layup off the glass.
2 defenders in front of her, and she just snakes her body around and uses the glass. Very well executed by the junior.
Crone with it now. Kicks it over to Edris. Over to Jorgensen, down low. Wide open, smoked the layup. That was Crone. She smoked it off the glass with her left hand. Nelson bringing it up. Havlovitz now with it. Schleve in the high post. Cross court pass to Rowell. Out to Van Horn, to Havlovitz again. Down low, Van Horn, the pass is intercepted. Pass was tipped by Stroop. Stroop gets by Van Horn. Kicks it to the corner and out of bounds.
Good
So a
job.
bit of sloppy play early on from Brassey's Rams squad.
Good job by Van Horn. She bothered the passer just enough.
Yeah. Havlovitz bringing it up for the Lady Redhawks.
Rams play a man.
Van Horn with it, gets it down to Schleve at the elbow. Back over to Van Horn. Thought about the 3, didn't take it. Now down to Rowell. Kicks it out. Van Horn's going to take that 3 ball. Short. Rebound to Knowles. And now she's going to go with it.
Lane's open.
Kicks it out. That's a shot up, no good. That shot was from Crone.
Here's that quick transition by Ripon, but the Rams got back. Nice hedge by the Rams.
Havlovitz, oh, beautiful drop off to Van Horn. Shot was blocked by Knowles. Van Horn grabbed it back, goes up and missed the second chance opportunity.
And the second one was halfway down.
Yeah.
Here we go. Still 2-0.
Jorgensen deep, 3 ball short. Knowles with the rebound and the putback. So the Rams get on the board first, courtesy of their leading scorer, Aaron Knowles.
Uses the glass nicely, Knowles. Very smooth, soft hands.
Havlovitz with it now at the top of the key. Kicks it over to Schlevy. Thought about the 3. That's not part of her game, though.
She's not going to shoot that 3.
Natalie Rawolf will, though. Nylon! Natalie Rawolf with a quick 3, and the inbounds pass goes out of bounds. Wow.
That's with no pressure.
Crone never even saw the pass. She was already headed back down the floor. Holy cow, and it's going to test me right away. A whole new 4 out there for the Rams. Number 13, Maya Jansen, I see her. Darby Haley, Jorgensen, Savannah Robinson. Body hits the floor. Callie Havlovitz and Mackenzie Bester checked into the game for the Redhawks. Van Horn with it down on the block. She's guarded up by Knowles. Nope, that's not Knowles. Never mind. Van Horn rolls that one in. That's number 21, Maggie Thompson on her, but Van Horn beat her to the right.
Nice drop step by Van Horn.
Thompson.
Right now,
over to Robinson.
Right now, the pace of this game, it favors Cornell.
Kicks it down. Onto the block. I don't know what happened. The ball got tipped. Foul's going to be on Cornell.
Let's see if they call it on 10 on the bump, or they're going to call the reach before.
It's going to be on number 13, Maya Jansen,
right.
The 6-foot sophomore out of Davis Junction, Illinois.
Calling the reach.
Lainey Havlovitz bringing it up. Her sister Callie also on the floor with her. Kicks it to Mackenzie Bester. Van Horn with it. They're giving her a lot of room to shoot that mid-range jumper. She likes to. Instead, she'll dump it down to Callie Havlovitz. Misses. Raul tipped it out of the hands of Robinson, but it goes off and out of bounds. 5:45 left to play in this first quarter. Ripon leads 7-2. You're watching Ripon basketball on the Ripon channel. I'm Crete Slattery, Martin Ernser beside me. Missed a thriller early on today, and then falling by 2 to the Rams. Down low, and Havlovitz tried too early to intercept that pass. She fouled Maggie Thompson, so Callie Havlovitz picks up her first foul of the game.
Yeah, the pace of this game favors Cornell right now.
Yeah.
They don't want. I don't think they want to run. In fact, I know they don't want to run with Ripon. Most teams don't.
Most teams can't. That is an uncharacteristic thing to happen to Lainey Havlovitz. That was a pass that looked easily stealable, but she just turned her back to it. But Natalie Rawolf comes right back down and hits the mid-range jumper.
Rawolf has just been shooting lights out. This seems like the last three games.
She had 13 points a couple of nights ago to go along with 4 rebounds and 3 assists.
4 for 4 from the three-point line, too.
That's her game. She
Against
leads the
at
Redhawks
Lawrence.
in three-point percentage. Drop down low, and Maggie Thompson put it in with the left hand.
We don't really shoot the three ball. Except
Pass
for
from Havlovitz a little too high to Hallie Van Horn, and it goes out of bounds. Molly Johannes, number 15, is going to check in. Senior out of El Dorado, Wisconsin. It's going to be a timeout taken by Coach Busalaki.
Yeah, right now, Coach Brassey's got it going his way. He likes the pace of this.
Yeah, despite they are being down by 3.
Nobody else really shoots the 3-ball for Ripon. I mean,
No.
you just go into the numbers, and in fact, Rawolf, even though she's an outstanding 3-point shooter, we don't hunt that.
No.
We're very, what's the word I'm looking
Conservative.
for? Yeah, and I guess that works, right? And they like to pound that ball down in the paint is what they like to do. And when the situation presents itself, someone like Rawolf will step up and shoot a very capable 3. So still with this timeout, without question to me, it's a one-possession game. More than halfway through the first quarter, Coach Brassey has to feel really good about what he's got going. Because Ripon's not been able to get up and down the court. The last time they did, it resulted in a turnover. A little frustration, I think. They haven't been able to get out and run.
Yeah.
So a nice job controlling the paint right now. Cornell is not letting Ripon have their way.
So coming out of the timeout, it'll be Cornell with the ball off the turnover by Havlovitz. 4:46 left to play in the first quarter. Kick to the corner, quick shot from the corner. Nylon, this game's tied up. That's Darby Haley. Havlovitz to Johannes.
Looking for the cutter.
Ooh, risky pass to Schlevy. And that pass by Schlevy is tipped away.
Looks like they're playing off their people.
There's Lainey Havlovitz with the steal. And now she and Bester are 2-on-1. Deal to Bester in off the glass with the left hand. There's the Lainey Havlovitz type of basketball we know.
Mid-court, Havlovitz looked at her. Bester looked back at her. She knew she was going to get it. Nice job.
Knowles with it now. Driving into a wide open lane, up off the glass, no good. Comes down, jump ball. Possession arrow favors the Redhawks. Returning into the ball game is Carson Nelson. He's going to check out Bester.
Nice job by the Rams, kind of laying in the weeds. Looks like they're off their person that they're guarding, and almost 2 steals. The second one was a steal on that errant pass by Ripon.
Callie Havlovitz gives it to Johannes, over to Nelson. Kicks to Lainey Havlovitz, she drives in. Back to Nelson, 3-ball, no good. Johannes with the rebound, and she goes back up and is fouled. That's number 24, Kaylin Strope on the foul.
Good
Johannes
job.
will go to the line to shoot 2.
Good ball by Johannes. She understood it wasn't going to get home there on that 3-ball attempt. Got good position on it, got her legs taken out, and now she'll shoot 2.
Number 33, Penley Park, coming in out of Fort Collins, Colorado. School made famous by Marla Hooch in the movie A League of Their Own.
Colorado State University. Been there.
Johannes made her first free throw. Missed the second one. Long rebound is going to go to the Rams.
There's that pressure.
Park with it. Knowles deep 3-ball. No. Johannes with the board. Running quick in transition, gets it to Nelson. Entered down low to Schlevy. Cross-court pass to Lainey Havlovitz. She drives in, nice step through and in off the glass with the right hand.
You know, that's some great recognition by Schlevy, immediately knowing it's a double team. Don't force a bad shot. Reverses the ball to her teammate for an easy score.
Driving in, and a foul is going to be called on Callie Havlovitz. Looked like Strope was headed down before the contact.
Yeah, she got the benefit of the whistle.
Strout hits her first. Should probably learn how to pronounce that name. I've tried 3 different versions of it. I think it's Strout. Either way, she hits both of them. Hallie Van Horn and Natalie Rowolf back into the game for the Redhawks.
Oh, wow. Didn't see it there. Fortunate
Got
to
right
get it
back
back
to Van Horn.
Yeah.
Now she gets it down low to Schleve.
Double, triple.
Triple team, gives it to Van Horn. She tries to go baseline and is bumped.
Reached.
That was by Straub again.
Straub. Okay. That's what the PA announcer. I think he said Straub.
Yep. Hard to know what Lynn Krause is saying sometimes.
Well, we have our headsets on.
Yeah.
Non-shooting.
Yep. So Rawolf will inbound.
Boy, nice job.
Oh, nice job by Van Horn to get back to it. Ball on the ground. Van Horn comes up with it. And tie up. Held ball. It's going to go to the Rams.
Van Horn got tripped up. Their denial, they're in your face. Yeah, they're in your face defense. Cornell's doing a really good job disrupting the flow of the half-court offense of Ripon. In that case, they barely got the ball in.
Indeed. Down low, Johannes with a good defensive stand down there. That was
sure
Jorgensen.
was.
Nelson driving in, stops, kicks it. Schleve over to Johannes. Dumped down low to Schleve, but the pass was tipped by Aaron Knowles, so it'll stay Redhawk basketball.
Knowles is a sophomore. She plays like it's certainly like a fifth-year senior. Very calm and cool.
6'1", she's the tallest girl out there.
Good skill set. Remember her last year as a freshman.
Lainey Havlovitz back into the game for Ripon. Inbound to Rawolf.
Pretty much the starting five now for Ripon.
Yep.
All those little things. Passing and catching.
5 seconds on the shot clock. Havlovitz still with it. She's going to take a wild three ball. Hits the rim, but a rebound to Testolin.
They could get within one or tie right here. Lost the handle.
Lost the handle on it, so it's going to go to Ripon.
So, unforced turnover on the Rams gives Ripon a opportunity to increase the lead.
Nelson entered down low to Schleve. Cross-court pass. Van Horn squares up. Three ball. No good. Long rebound. Nelson saves it. Nice by Havlovitz. Lost control of it.
Yeah.
Van Horn went trying to save it. Couldn't do it.
Yeah, if she could do it all over again, she would have given the pill to Van Horn. She did the look off, and to the Rams' credit, they didn't buy it. They stayed home on Havlovitz and made her force a very difficult shot. Good defense by the Rams.
Van Horn tipped that pass, I'm pretty sure. Knowles with it, guarded by Schleve at the top. Schleve knocks it away a little bit. Step around, lefty throw up, no good.
Yeah, a little impatient there.
Nelson lost it.
Something that's become very apparent. When you get the ball in the paint and you're ripping, and you pick that dribble up, you better be shooting or passing right away.
Loose ball on the ground. Havlovitz comes up with a nice pass out to Van Horn all alone. Missed the layup and a loose ball foul. 16 seconds left in the first quarter. Wow. That's not the kind of layup you usually see Holly Van Horn miss.
No, and if you remember earlier on,
she
she missed back-to-back earlier on, and sometimes those things just fester with you. And a good job closing defensively on her just to bother that shot, too. Defensively, Cornell did a good job.
Robinson to Knowles, 8 seconds left. Knowles kicks it wide open in the corner. Three ball, no good. Nelson with it, gets it up from half court, no good.
She beat the buzzer.
So, a rather sloppy first quarter of basketball ends with Ripon on top by 3, 14-11.
Yeah, and it's sloppy because the two defenses are causing all the chaos, if you will. That's what's going on there. and a little bit of duress on both teams for their offensive ball handling for sure. It's been exposed. The first quarter in a very hotly contested game at Lawrence University 6 nights ago, it was 13-11 after the first quarter, Ripon by a deuce, and it was the same kind of thing with two very capable defenses going at it toe-to-toe. Ripon opened that up, though, scoring 24 points in that second quarter to get distance from the host Vikings, and pretty much was able to coast in the second half.
You're looking.
But Coach Brassey, and the way he's got these Rams buying into what he's selling right now, it's got Ripon a little off balance in their offense.
Yeah. Looking at the last time these two squared off, December 6, 2025.
Yeah, it looked pretty easy, didn't it?
At Cornell. At the end of the first quarter, Ripon had a 13-point lead on Cornell, 25-12.
Yeah, yep. Ripon was able to impose, like they do to a lot of teams, that run-and-gun spirit that they play with, and defense causing turnovers. If you remember the Knox game we did here, that's how that game started. Sleevey had back-to-back steals of all people. Your post player has the steals and then transition with the guards for uncontested layups, and Ripon never looked back against Knox. I dare say Saturday, Valentine's Day, Ripon goes down to Knox. Ripon will have their hands full for sure.
Sleevey down low. Nelson can't handle it. Van Horn, they're going to call a foul on Hallie Van Horn.
Really? Van Horn right now off to a slow start. Dead ball, dead ball.
Jorgensen still with it.
Rahlworth doing everything she could not to let her catch.
Haley with it now. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Knowles now down low. Van Horn
there you
with
go.
the steal.
No help. There it is, 2-on-2.
Slow it up, slow it up. No, she's going to take it, go up, no good.
Oh. Can't get him to fall right now, Van Horn. But what a nice steal. So no harm after that steal by Ripon. Yeah, once Aaron Knowles gets the ball down there, it's going to be pretty tough because, like you said, not only is she tall, she's got broad shoulders, and she's got good footwork and soft hands. Yeah. You can see why she's averaging 21 a game.
And you can look at it, Hallie Van Horn, barely into the second quarter, already with 3 fouls. Not a good sign when your third leading scorer is already in foul trouble before the halftime mark.
Yeah, you said that about the leading scorer for the men's team for Cornell. Got a quick 2, sat for most of the first half, ends up being maybe arguably the hero of that win in the men's game prior to this one tonight.
So Ripon struggling to find their offensive footing, something that we have not yet seen in any of the games that we've called. Ravel driving in, kept her footing somehow.
Look at that, walled up like that.
Gives it out to Nelson.
A lot of time on the shot clock.
13, Nelson driving in. Shot fake goes up with the right hand and in. So the Redhawks finally break their drought, and it's Carson Nelson with the 2-pointer.
Yeah, she kind of showed left and then came back with the left on a little hook. Good defense there by Ravel.
Knowles with it, guarded by Sleevey. She keeps it. Thought about the 3, enters it down low. Nelson with the steal.
No advantage here.
Ravel, Havlovitz. Down low to Sleevey.
Look how they have the protect
Nelson,
the paint.
3 ball. Nylon, Carson Nelson.
Someone who doesn't shoot too many of them. That's a lot of confidence to do that. Nice job.
Indeed.
Boy, does she have the patent on entry passes of tipping those entry passes away, Sleevey?
Sophie Sleevey.
She's done it all season.
And she's going to get a break here for the first time tonight. Maggie Glaus entering in, the 5'10 senior out of Elmwood, Wisconsin.
A lot of players, when they do what Schleve does, you get a whistle. She has the knack for not fouling and succeeding at tipping away those entry passes.
Nelson with a lot of contact, no foul.
Almost.
3 seconds on the shot clock. They don't see it. They get it up. No good. It hits the iron, though. The putback is no good. Johannes with the rebound. Havovitz with it now.
1-on-2.
Denies the screen. Now she picks up her dribble. Rough. Wow, she got it to Johannes.
Good find, huh? Ooh.
Rifle the pass to Rawolf and now sends it over to Havovitz.
Got 10 seconds yet.
Johannes. Nelson driving. Left hand. In! Nelson finding the bucket with her left hand, something we don't see a lot of.
You give Carson that room, right? When she gets the ball and she has nobody in front of her. She just got done burying a three. That time she likes to do what she did what she loves to do the most, and that's drive.
Now timeout taken by Brett Brassie.
Last 5 points by Nelson, I think, right? The 3 ball and then that driving 2-pointer.
Yeah.
So Brassie taking a strategic timeout, realizing that, hey, after that, Carson Nelson, those last 5 points, we're just one basket away by the bad guys of being down by double digits. A lot of times that's a psychological kind of thing. So he takes the timeout, settle his players down. Ripon, we were talking about how they're struggling. They don't get an offensive rhythm against this defense. He's found a way, Coach Brassie, to defend the paint. Not let Sophie Schleve beat you down low, and yet still guard the perimeter. Well, Ripon in those last 3 or 4 possessions seems to have found a little bit of patience, spread the floor, good spacing, making the passes, and then exposing that defense for guarding the paint and having a lot of room on the perimeter to shoot the 3 or dribble, drive, and finish at the rim like Carson just did.
Yeah. So coming out of this timeout.
It's key for the Rams. You can't afford to fall behind Ripon by too many points,
or else you're done.
And so they these next 6 minutes and 45 seconds, at the very least, they got to break even with Ripon. They don't want to be outscored by Ripon going into halftime. They want to be within single digits of the Redhawks. Let's see what happens.
Whoa. Lainey Havovitz intercepted the inbound and went flying into the bench. She went right into her younger sister, who gets a hug from Lauren Busalaki, making sure she's okay.
Yeah,
a little sister-on-sister violence there.
Make sure everything is where it's supposed to be. Yeah. She trusted her sister. She'll catch me.
It's all fun and games until they don't, though.
See what Coach Brassie talked about.
Crone over to Jorgensen. Down low. Tip by Havovitz. Came up with by Glaus.
Nice defense by Glaus on that. Not letting that entry pass get to Knowles.
Havovitz with it. Out to Glaus. Mid-range. Nylon! Oh. Maggie Glaus!
Hey, Maggie, you're supposed to be nervous out there. You're not supposed to be taking that comfortable, good-looking shot. Nice job.
Gives it to Jorgensen. Oh, wow. Quick little Magic Johnson type pass. Hit Knowles in the face.
Yeah, it was self-defense by Knowles.
Step through by Havovitz, and the scoop lay is good.
That stutter step and finish with the right up and under. We've seen it before, but that was in front of 2 bigger black jerseys.
And the steal.
Yeah, and look who got the hand on it. Laney. What am I doing? Laney.
Johannes with the elbow jumper. Nylon.
Everybody's joining the party.
And another timeout by Brent Brassie. And a standing O here in the Wilmore.
And up until that previous timeout where they finally got a 9-point lead on Coach Brassie's Rams, it was all Iowa doing a really good job of keeping everything in check and back and forth in the game. And like so many teams, you finally crack a little bit Ripon smells blood, and all of a sudden you turn around, you're down by 9, come out of another timeout, and all of a sudden you're going, what? How did that happen? Well, this thing started by Carson Nelson with the 3 ball and then the 2 ball. Now everybody else is joining in on the party.
Yeah.
We got Lainey Havlovitz with that scoop, that finger roll scoop up and under. We got the jumper by just now by Johannes. And we got the, let's see, who else? Maggie Glaus, wasn't it?
Yep.
With that baseline jumper.
Edger's bringing the ball up now.
Everyone's joining in right now.
Enter downloaded Knowles. Maggie Glaus goes up and Knowles makes the layup.
And that's the key. Everybody knows it on both teams. The door goes through Knowles if they're going to get points and get back into this game.
Callie Havlovitz back to her sister Laney. Bester over to Johannes. Down low to Havlovitz. Fake. Goes up with the right hand. Ooh, she almost rolled it in.
I'll tell you what, I bet you she can play some yard charts and probably some beanbag toss. She's got that nice underhand release. Yeah, I don't think I'd want to play her for money.
No.
Makes them both. Now doubled them up. Ripon showing a little bit of token backcourt pressure.
Trying to enter it down low to Knowles again. They can't get it right now. Haley. Back to Haley.
Don't leave your feet.
8 seconds, 7 seconds. 3 ball from the corner, nylon.
Boy, they needed that.
Bester enters down low to Glaus, and Glaus's pass is deflected out of bounds.
Yeah, it's tight in there. Once again, they're protecting that paint to the best of their abilities. Cornell College is. Sleevey comes back in for Glaus.
Entered into Callie Havlovitz. And the pass back to her sisters, picked off by Robinson and knocked away by Havlovitz.
Saved a breakaway 2-pointer on that. We've seen Cornell do that 3 times now on those sort of lackadaisical short half-court passes by Ripon, turning into steals. But at least 2 of those 3 times, Ripon's prevented them from scoring after making the mistake. Good denial.
Ooh, Lainey Havlovitz went into the bench again. And the layup is good by Thompson.
So all of a sudden they're on a 4-0 run. Cornell College. Trying to get this down to single digits. They need a stop and a score.
Oh, the pass went right through Sleevey's hands.
Yeah, it's like the sun was in her eyes.
Down low, Sleevey again with the tip on the entry pass.
Been doing that all season. It was one game, don't recall which one, but she got whistles when she was doing that and got in early foul trouble earlier this season in one of the games that we called. Other than that, what we're seeing her uncanny ability to tip away entry passes, she continues to do effectively. Look at that pressure.
Havlovitz.
Out of bounds. But what a pest. What a pest. Because even if she doesn't do it this time, it's on the back of your mind. It's taken the point guard out of her game.
Yeah.
Wondering, where is she? Is she going to do this again?
Entered into Knowles. She almost got a hand on that one, too.
Look at that steal.
Tipped out of Knowles' hands by Nelson.
Oh, what a great. That was sophomore on sophomore. What a move.
Rowell from the corner. Nylon!
Had a chance to talk to her after the coach interview with Coach Finko. She was in the stands.
Knowles 3 ball.
Missed it
Nothing.
all. Now it's 5-on-4. She hustles.
Nelson almost stepped into the 3 there.
She loves
Goes
to
up with the left
attack.
hand, no good. Foul. Foul's going to go on number 10, Darby Haley. Number 13, Maya Jansen checking back into the game. She'll give Knowles a break.
Coach Brassey working the rep.
Nelson misses her first free throw. Makes the second one though.
People always asking about what's that black collar around Carson Nelson's neck, and she had that horrible fall at IC about a month ago. Little support there with that.
Pass is tipped and out of bounds off Cornell.
Boy, that'll be a stat we want to look at, the tip category by Ripon, because that relentless defensive pressure is rearing its head. This time the victim is the Rams.
Whoa, read that one like a book.
Have we seen that before?
All sorts of bodies on the floor. Now Ripon has numbers. Bester in charge. Well,
I never saw the
one
sign.
ref called a charge. Yep.
There you
Charge
go.
on Mackenzie Bester.
Heads up defensive play. It's the toughest call to make, right? The block charge, and sometimes fans and you're not happy with the result of the call, but it's the most. They'll tell you at any level of basketball, it's the toughest call. So a lot of action with no scoring there.
Jansen enters down low to the corner. Jorgensen rattles out. Rowell with the board.
Yeah, she got the look she wanted, that's for sure.
Stop kick to Havlovitz. Enters it down low to Schliebe. She's wide open. Left hand, no good.
Got bothered, missed it. Ripon's bigs have missed their share of layups in the first half here. Look at that peskiness by that Ripon D.
Pestelin with the
Good
left hand.
D.
Holy cow.
Yeah, made her throw up a hope.
Hope and a prayer.
Nice job by Rowolf.
Nelson with it.
She read that turnaround move she was going to have.
Ooh.
You got almost 20 seconds here on the shot clock.
Open 3 ball. Nylon. Carson Nelson.
Going back to
That's her
high,
second.
Going back to her high school days. You know she shot the pill in high school.
Nelson's got 11.
We're at Cottage Grove, I think. Yeah, she's having a nice first half offensively for sure. And some steals to go along with that offense.
Sophie Schliebe,
Oh.
usually providing a fair amount of offensive help. She's scoreless as of right now. Dumped down to Nelson. She missed it again with the left hand.
How many layups has Ripon missed in this first half? They've left probably about a dozen points up there, but you know, I get it. I mean, that's a lot of pressure, transition, a lot going on. Usually,
It's the age-old adage. You're not used to shooting it that open. Darby Haley check back into the game. She'll give Testelin a break.
I'll guarantee you, it's driving us nuts up here. How do you think the coaching staff is handling those? those high percentage misses. Still, though, with a comfortable lead.
Bester got too much hand on her.
Bester, a senior. Reminds me of Abby Hartman, a player that they just, you know, they bide their time their first couple years, and then they come in and they're a great compliment. Look at
There's
this steal.
Havlovitz with another steal. Left hand foul.
Trying to repay the favor for all those thefts that Cornell has had on Ripon in Ripon's half-court offense. But Mackenzie Bester, great role player. One of the pieces to the equation of success here for the Lady Redhawks.
Indeed.
And Molly Johannes, another one, that same cookie cutter kind of thing. You pay your dues, you bide your time, and then when you get your number called, you're ready to play solid Ripon Redhawk basketball.
That's a 3 ball.
Yeah.
Short.
They're getting good looks on their threes. They're just not falling for them right now.
No shot clock, so Ripon's going to get this last possession, but best believe they're going to score before time runs out. Well, maybe not.
They're going to try. Here's the hot hand, Nelson.
8 seconds. 7, 6. Step through. Up with the right. No good. Offensive board. Rolls in right before time expires. And the Redhawks are going to go into the locker room with a 21-point lead at half.
I tell you, the way she played her first half, I wouldn't be surprised if the other 4 starters have a black band around their neck when they come out here to start the second half. Nice job, Carson Nelson in particular. But the whole team collectively, defensively, they've held a pretty decent ball club to below 20 points in the first half.
Classic Ripon College Lady Redhawk basketball. Don't go anywhere. We'll have the second half coming up here soon and the stats from the first half. Ripon 40, Cornell 19. You're watching Ripon basketball on the Ripon channel. Welcome back to the Weisky Gymnasium inside the Wilmore Center. We got a good matchup so far. The Ripon College Lady Redhawks are leading 40-19. But before we go into the stats from the first half and get this second half underway, I just want to thank the Ripon channel once again for a 3rd year in a row, allowing me to be a part of their amazing team, allowing me to continue pursuing my dream of becoming a professional broadcaster, working with these guys, Marty, Jason, Patrick, Riley. It's just been an absolute honor and a privilege. I'm so honored that I get to call you guys my first partners in broadcasting, and I'll never forget the way that you guys have treated me and allowed me to be a part of this family.
Hey, we've enjoyed it. That's a two-way street. Just don't forget us, the little people, when you make it big.
Oh, I never will.
Send some cash our way, and we'll be very appreciative. Nah, it's been fun, though. Let's talk about stats, eh?
Yeah. So, the Ripon College.
Go ahead.
The Ripon College Lady Redhawks. First of all, you got to look at the steals category. We don't have a tips category as it's not an unofficial stat. I'd imagine that'd be in the 20s. But the steal category, which we have 12 for the Lady Redhawks throughout this first half of basketball compared to just 8 for Cornell.
Yeah, and points from turnovers. Ripon has got 18 points off of the Rams' turnovers. That's huge. And Ripon has 14 fast break points to 0 for Cornell.
Yeah.
So you see the different types of style. And early on in that first quarter in particular, it was a food fight, and Ripon was not getting their offense going.
Yeah.
And then second half, all of a sudden, it caught fire, and Ripon hasn't looked back since then. Ripon's offense has been firing, too. 52% from the floor, 50% on 4 of 8 from threes, and 6 of 8 from the free throw line. 30% from the floor for the Rams, so nothing real fancy there. Turnovers, 16 turnovers on the Rams to 10 for Ripon. And like you just said, 12 steals by the Lady Redhawks as well. Rebounding, another category. We knew going in, Ripon had a decisive advantage in rebounding. While they're on their way to doing that again, Ripon already with 9 more boards than the Rams of Cornell College.
Yeah.
So everything's going here in the second quarter was the difference of this game so far. Otherwise, it was anybody's game after quarter number 1. And then Ripon kind of was able – I just view it as more of the same with Ripon, that half-court defense, getting those steals, causing those turnovers, converting those into points, and then the other team panics, and then it's all usually good stuff happening for the Lady Redhawks.
Yeah.
Rinse and repeat, as they say.
Oh, indeed, 100%. We got the second half of basketball starting here soon. The Redhawks, I believe, are going to start with the ball. I'm wrong. Well, can't be right all the time.
You had a 50-50 chance, you know. And believe me, I've been there.
It'll be Caroline Crone to inbound the ball. to Kylie Edris, and the second half of basketball is underway. Edris guarded by Rawolf. She kicks it over to Crone.
And right away,
Aaron Knowles with the bucket.
They didn't waste any time, did they?
No, they did not.
They went to the mother hen immediately. The 21 points per game, second leading scorer in conference. Get Aaron Knowles involved. If we have any hope of climbing back into this, the door goes through number 4 for the Rams.
Hallie Van Horn back out there. She had 3 fouls in the first half. She's going to square up and take a 3 ball. No good. Hallie Van Horn was struggling from the field in the first half. She also recorded 3 fouls. Not the greatest first half you want to see out of your third leading scorer. That's
the beauty of this team too, right?
Yeah. Schleve had no points in the first half. Van Horn struggled as well. And 2 of your best players, and you're still leading by 21 at the half.
Exactly.
That's what happens when you're a nationally ranked ball club. Goes up, no foul.
Lost the handle.
Havlovitz running. Havlovitz dropped down to Van Horn. Lost control of the ball, and it's going to be a travel.
Boy, it's just not her night. She
She
tried to split the defense and then tripped when she did it. Normally she does that step through really effectively and then goes with a half hook at the rim. So let's see if she can right the ship before this thing is over tonight. Otherwise it'll be something we're going to get a short memory and get ready for Knox on Saturday.
Yeah. Kick to the corner. That's Edris. Off.
She can still do that though. Weak side board by Van Horn.
Oh, Van Horn with the back cut, and Nelson was looking for it, but the pass got deflected before it could even get out of her hand.
Yep, good defense. Good defense by Cornell. She wants to go left. They didn't let her.
Van Horn from 3.
Boy,
wow, there's a lid on the rim for her
go up
tonight.
right away. Go up right away.
Hell ball.
Schleve's, last couple games, Schleve's, the opposing teams have been able to control her. Yeah, exactly. And now she's frustrated because when she got that rebound, normally she'd go right back up with it, get the 2 points, and get back on D. A little bit of hesitation there.
Down low, Schleve can't handle the pass. It's picked up by Knowles.
Yeah, she's had a couple of those too. Both bigs for Ripon, a little bit of struggling tonight.
Unfortunately, she's tipping passes on both ends.
Yeah.
Johannes is going to go to the scorer's table early. Down low, another tip pass by Schleve, and Nelson comes up with it.
3 on 3. Stop. Pop. Nope.
Oh, Jad Rawolf wide open. Rawolf 3 ball. Nylon! Natalie Rawolf hits the deck, gets helped up by Busalaki, and she laughing. Is 3 for 3 from beyond the arc tonight.
She's laughing. She was 4 for 4 against Lawrence, 8 for 9 as a team against Lawrence last Wednesday.
And Knowles up with the layup.
Yeah, but you don't want to say that too many times. No. Ripon still by 20. But Cornell has cut into that lead a little bit here early on in the first 3 minutes of action of the third quarter.
Hand off to Van Horn.
She's going, what do I got to do to score?
Right hand, there it is. She finds the bottom of the hoop again for the first time in a while.
Had to have that one. Everybody in the gym where the Redhawks fans needed that one.
Let out a nice big
yeah, yes.
Rawolf guarding Robinson.
Right?
Picked off by Havlovitz. She's got Rawolf on her left. Drop off. There it is. Right hand up and in. Natalie Rawolf has 13.
Nice pass. Hits Rawolf right in the hands. Made it easy for her.
Bester and Callie Havlovitz join Johannes at the scorer's table. They'll come in at the next dead ball. Enter down low, tip by Van Horn.
Yeah, she must have read Schleve's manual.
Havlovitz drives, kicks out. Oh, she wanted to, but she realized that
her last two have been close, just not quite there.
Van Horn or Rawolf lost the handle on it, gives it to Nelson. She drives in and is fouled.
Nelson does that pump fake about as good as anybody on that Buzalaki team. Molly Johannes had a chance to say hi to her dad up here at halftime. Good guy.
Rolls the first one in. Misses the second one short. Hallie Van Horn with the offensive board. Creates some space. Goes up. No call.
All you can do is keep attacking. There's a make it easy for the official. Made that one easy.
Callie Havovitz checking in. Nelson will take a seat.
Lawrence is at Lake Forest tonight. That should be LU win. Illinois College at Grinnell. Grinnell needs to win if they want to stay where they are currently in the standings. Knox is at Monmouth tomorrow.
A Grinnell win with the game here ending like we think it will.
How are they going to call this? Is this going to be on?
It's going to be on Callie Havovitz.
Yeah, she went through the screen. It's the right call.
Going back to what I was saying, a Grinnell win with what is shaping up to be a Cornell loss would give Grinnell the outright fourth spot in the tournament.
With 2 games to go.
Yeah.
But you know who has a tough assignment? It's Knox in these next games.
Tipped away by Johannes, but the Rams come up with it. Drop down low, Bester. Wow. Just dribbled it away from her.
3 on 4.
Lost control of it.
Stop ball. Kind of a little bit of that sloppiness we saw in the first quarter. It's just, you know, both defenses playing pretty good ball.
Lost control of it, and it goes out of bounds.
That was a tough one. If she catches that, she's going to be under the cylinder.
Yeah.
Really didn't have a shot. But both defenses pressing so much, putting so much pressure on the ball that the decision-making offensively by both teams is resulting in some, you know, as we said earlier, sloppy play or errant, you know, mental decisions that aren't the ones you're looking for. That's what defense does, right? It makes the offense uncomfortable and makes them do things that they ordinarily would not do.
Marty, I don't know if you can see it if you look directly across from where we're sitting.
Yes.
See Brock Riesler sitting right underneath the Ripon
suite. Oh yeah, there he is.
There with his wife and kid.
Is that? Oh, that's not even a kid. That's too young to be a kid.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's hi Brock and that little Redmond. He's got red on there. I'd say he's got the bottle right now. I'd say we're talking 3 months.
There he is.
Yeah, I should do a zoom in on that.
Yeah.
Hey, Riley should be zooming in on that, on Brock Reisler's baby up there on the 50-yard line against the wall.
Best seats in the house.
Yeah, right there. I'm guessing 3 months. Maybe not even.
No, that looks like 2.5.
Okay. I believe you.
To my untrained eye.
Oh, no, he knows the camera's on him. He came up, broke from the bottle momentarily.
Oh, he's going back.
What a good sports information guy he was, eh?
Yep. But we love our new guy, Sam Hop.
Sam, the Bam Hop, getting it done. He's Jimmy John's fast.
Yes, he is. Always gets the stats to us right away.
Yeah. Here we go.
Callie Havovitz gives it to Bester. To Johannes, back over to Laney Havovitz. Van Horn, free throw line, short.
Good box out.
Just a rough night for Van Horn overall right now. Pass is tipped. Havovitz on the floor with it. Wow. A nice pass by Callie up to Molly Johannes.
Oh, my goodness. Havlovich, what a pest. What an absolute pest.
And Van Horn knocks that one out of the hands of Caroline Crone.
I'm glad she's a basketball player. Can you imagine if she was a mosquito at a picnic? She would, I mean, everyone would have to go indoors.
Lots of off would be sprayed there.
Oh.
Van Horn is going to check out. Oh, she almost had another one.
And makes her
Three
take
ball, no good. Offensive board.
That's off of Cornell. That's Ripon ball.
Yep.
Oh my! I tell you, number 3's making me laugh. I mean, she is such a tenacious, bothersome defender.
Molly Johannes with it. Enters it down to Sleevey. Can't handle it.
Nope. Ripon's bigs have not had a good game tonight.
No, they have not.
And but nobody always, everybody's going to have an off night, and if you can do it in a game in which your team is going to pick you up and do just fine and finish up with a big W, collect yourself and, like I said, get ready for Galesburg, Illinois, and Knox College, because Knox will be ready to play.
Driving in, no good. Sleevey with the board, gives it to Nelson. She led the team in scoring in the first half with 13. Drives up, kicks out Rawolf. Rawolf driving in towards the basket. Callie Havlovich and a charge on Natalie Rawolf.
Good defense. Yeah, she got rid of the ball on the pass without a charge, but then she needed a parachute and a really good set of disc breaks, and it didn't happen. But to talk about, we're talking about Knox. Ripon goes to Knox on Saturday. Knox has to turn around and go play Grinnell at Grinnell, and then Knox has to go to Lawrence to end up their season.
Oof, that's a gauntlet. That's a gauntlet.
And right now, going into the night, they're tied with Lawrence.
Yep.
So a lot could happen.
There's a steal from Callie Havlovich all alone. Lays it in.
Oh, man. They're going to see her in their sleep.
Seeing both Havlovich sisters in their sleep, as there's a 3-ball by Caroline Crone. She leads the team in three-point percentage.
Well, and here's the news too for the rest of the
Callie
conference.
Havlovich, deep 3-ball, short. Nelson with the offensive board. The reverse in off the glass.
Havlovich sisters will be back next year.
So will Carson Nelson.
As a pair of bookends, and so will Van Horn, and so will Sophie Sleevey, and oh my goodness.
The only person out of the starting
Bravo.
5 there. There's another one.
That's the sister, though.
Short jumper, nylon.
Oh boy. All Coach Brassey can do is just fold his arms and
The
just
disdain on
watch.
coaches' faces when they play Ripon.
All he can do is just watch it.
Oh my goodness, another one! 3 possessions in a row with a steal from Callie Havlovich. She's got Rawolf, and
remember,
Rawolf stopped.
Well, she's leading Rawolf baseline, but what happened was the defender took that avenue away from Rawolf, so she was going to spot up, and that was already after the ball came out of Nelson's hands is what happened there. Callie Havlovich, she led the state in steals in high school, all across all divisions. Nice no
foul.
call. You have the right to stand there.
Nelson, step through, right hand, no good.
They're going to call it on Nelson probably.
Yep.
But man, you hold the ball out there. Knowles has the ball there and says, "Take me." That's all you got to say if you're around a Ripon player, because they're going to go at that.
Just over a minute left here in the first half, third quarter. Holy
say
cow.
like a Doberman after a pork chop.
That's an
How many
interesting one.
steals? Yeah. How many steals are we going to finish up with tonight? It's just a ridiculous number.
Well, they had 12 in the first half.
Exactly.
Oh, another one. Holy cow.
They're going to have 2 dozen easily, right?
Huh.
Got knocked out of her hands, right into the hands of the teammate Bester.
Bester for 3.
Yes!
Nylon!
Not only was that nylon, that almost missed the nylon. That was so pure. Wasn't that nuts?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was gorgeous.
Timeout by Brent Brassey.
Yeah, we're leaking oil here, ladies. I'm going to give you a chance to take your breath. And we still got a half minute left of the third quarter. But this has been all Ripon since the first timeout they took early in the second quarter that the Rams took. After that, Ripon has been green lighted ever since. So right now in conference, Ripon has pretty much positioned themselves to go to 14-0. Lawrence is 9-3, Knox 9-3. Cornell will drop to 7-6. Grinnell is at 7-5 right now, and Grinnell is at home against Illinois College tonight. If Illinois College shoots the pill well from downtown and takes care of the ball, they certainly are capable of beating Grinnell. Knox will be at Monmouth in Monmouth, Illinois tomorrow night for the lone Wednesday evening game. Next game, Beloit goes to Cornell, Grinnell to Lake Forest. Cornell should hold serve at home. Grinnell should be okay on the road at Lake Forest, Illinois. Ripon will go to Knox. I'm going to have my iPad with me. Even if I'm ice fishing, it's going to be crazy. That should be a good game. If anybody has a chance to put a blemish into that undefeated season so far for Ripon, it's the Prairie Fire of Knox, in my opinion. Illinois College will be at Lawrence. That's all this Saturday on Lover's Day, the 14th of Feb. At the halfway mark, if you believe that. Nice pass. But took too
Callie
long.
Havovitz with another steal. That's her fourth of the quarter. Nelson with it driving in, left hand, fouled with 16 seconds left in the quarter.
So like I said, the team that's in tied for second, but it's going to have to work for a living for sure, starts Saturday with Ripon goes to Knox, and then the middle of next week, Wednesday, a week from tomorrow, Knox has to go to Grinnell, who's fighting for that third and fourth spot right now, that fourth spot. And then Knox has to go into Alexander Gym and take on LU in their house. They've only lost 2 games at home, Lawrence University. What a
Lady
steal.
Havovitz this time.
What a thief.
Got her sister. Buzzer beater. Oh.
That'll count. Wow.
So, at the end of 3 quarters, it's Ripon 60, Cornell 26. All right, we're back with the start of the 4th quarter here. Cornell the inbound. It'll be Savannah Robinson with the ball, guarded by Rabolt as Havovitz switches on to her. Over to Jorgensen. Gives it to Haley.
Cornell sets about as good.
Jorgensen, a quick 3 ball. A foul by Rabolt, so she'll go to the line to shoot 3.
Yeah, I knew it was going to be close over there on her closeout. Got a little bit of her. That thing almost went in, too. I was going to say, I think you watch the half-court offense, Cornell, with their screens. They're about as fundamentally sound with their screens as anybody in the league.
So the first 2 free throws go in. As does the third.
Coach Brassey starts 2 freshmen and a sophomore. Of course, that sophomore being Aaron Knowles. But Ripon's defense has really done a good job of taking away her effectiveness for the most part.
Robinson got a little overzealous. She's going to be called for the foul.
Yeah, you got to. You're down to 10 minutes. You're trying to get points for your team, and the way to do that is to steal the ball from the bad guys.
Right back to Havlovitz off the inbound. Gets it down to Schlevy. Quick kick out to Nelson. Driving in. Laney for 3. Nylon! Wow. Laney Havlovitz and Callie Havlovitz are the co-MVPs of this ball game.
Well,
without a doubt.
I got to put Nelson in there too.
Wow, somehow she saved that one. I don't think she did, though.
Like I said, I got to put Nelson in there too.
Yeah.
I thought she had it clean. In fact, it was Nelson when this game was 13-11 after 1. It was Nelson that started off with that barrage, back-to-back 5 points, that 3 and then that deuce, and then the floodgates opened.
Yeah. Ripon outscored Cornell in that second quarter, 26-8.
It's kind of what they did at Lawrence when they scored 24 against Lawrence in that second quarter last Wednesday night. Well, couldn't handle it. Well, once again, that defensive pressure makes you do things like that. Here's an interesting stat for you. Something I normally don't look at. Minutes played, right? Conference just keeps track of that. Okay, if you go to second place, Lawrence University and Knox, they're both tied for second behind Ripon. Minutes played, LU has 4 of their starters in the top 15 of conference for time on the court, for minutes played. Knox, they're 5 starting, as we see Havlovitz have to kick it out. That'll be
a Ripon ball.
Huh. And Knox, 4 of their 5 starters, they have for minutes played in the top 8, all 4 in the top 8.
Yeah.
Ripon doesn't have a single player in the top 10 for minutes on the floor. You have to go to number 11 for Laney, and then all the way down to 20 for Van Horn and 23 for Natalie Rawolf. What does that tell you? That tells you 2 things, in my opinion, how I read that. You get lots of big leads, you can play other players, and you just got lights out. You got depth on that team.
The deepest roster in the league.
Yeah.
2 bodies hit the floor. It was Rawolf and Savannah Robinson, and Robinson's hurt.
She shook up.
Rawolf wanted a foul there. Robinson walking off under her own power. That's a good sign.
So right now, Coach Brassey is what he's doing. Coach Brassey is coaching for the game at home on Saturday for when Beloit goes into Mount Vernon. He knows obviously this game is way out of reach. It was some time ago. So he's just trying to keep his players' heads in the game to execute well and get ready to bounce back for a win at home on Saturday. Ripon, meantime, can coast here, but you're going to put in other players in these last 8 minutes. Shortly, I would think we'll start seeing it, and then they're going to have to focus and be ready to play Bria Medina and company at Galesburg on Saturday.
Yeah.
I'm telling you right now, even though Ripon had their way with them and it wasn't a game, Knox is very capable of giving Ripon a solid game.
Knowles blows by Sophie Schleve to the rack for 2.
Yeah, nice left hand by the big sophomore from Boscobel, Wisconsin. But the story of this game is going to be steals.
Bravo, quick jumper, nylon.
Dribble relocate, as I used to say that in the old days. Show him the ball.
15-point Jorgensen, another quick 3-ball,
Pretty.
nylon.
Pretty.
Bravo has 15.
A quiet 15, eh?
Van Horn with her step through, and it finally falls. You got Lainey Havovitz with 13. You got Carson Nelson with 17. You got Natalie Rawolf with 15. Just an amazingly balanced scoring effort by the Lady Redhawks here tonight. The most amazing part, Hallie Van Horn averages 10 a game. She's only got 6. Sophie Schleve averages 10 a game and is a 3-time conference performer of the week. She doesn't have a point yet. There's Van Horn, fouled going to the rim. Just the depth and ability of this roster to put the ball in the basket regardless of who is on the floor is mind-boggling. Hallie Van Horn makes both. She might get to her scoring average. A couple of new faces by the scorer's table, at least one. Presley Buwalda will be checked into the game. It'll be a new 5. Knowles lost the ball, tied up, out of bounds. So a whole new 5. It'll be Bester, Callie Havlovitz, Maui Johannes, Maggie Glaus, and Presley Buwalda. So that starting 5 will take a seat for today. They did a heck of a job. Nelson will leave the leading scorer with 17. Under 6.5 to play. Testelin with it. Maggie Glaus with a block.
A clean one.
Nice back cut by Bester. A whole lot of contact and she'll go to the line. Yep.
Ripon shoots 2 with Mackenzie Bester.
Look at Callie. Oh my goodness.
Nice read.
5. Nice no look to Johannes. Missed the foul. Maggie Glaus on the putback. Foul go against Erin Knowles. That's her 3rd.
Almost 6 minutes still remaining here.
Maggie Glaus misses her first free throw as it's about to hit 9:15 tonight. Been here for a while. Men's game tipped off at around 5:30. We were traded to a nail-biting thriller in that one as it'll go out on Cornell. Ripon will retain possession. Men almost won that game. A last-second heave by Joey Dawn hit back iron. 2 inches less, and Ripon was losing their minds tonight in a sweep. Nice cut by Bester. Her pass got tied up. Oh. Maddie Friedel's going to check into the game now. The 5'11" junior out of McHenry, Illinois.
the burglary sisters, right?
Yeah.
The Havlovitzes.
Yeah.
What a night for them.
I'd have to imagine at least 10 steals between the two of them.
Oh yeah.
And one. Heidi Jorgensen.
Heidi Jorgensen, she'll be at the line shooting 1. Ripon foul 15. Molly Johannes, her first team score of the quarter.
Completes the three-point play.
Down low to Buwalda. Goes baseline. Shot fake blocked.
Yep. Tried it. Just too big in there.
That was Thompson.
Nothing
with the
wrong with
block.
that.
3 ball from Jorgensen. No good. Rebound to Johannes.
You get that screen on there. Back door. Good hand. Good job by Stolen. Got a hand in there to bother that back door. Timeout.
Riley Van Dresser will get her first action of the night out of Cedar Rapids, Iowa. Cedar Rapids Kennedy High School, very nice high school.
So Aaron Knowles averaging 21. That average will drop a little bit tonight. Brianna Medina averages 25. Kate Adams from LU is third in conference in scoring with 16. And then get a load of this. Lainey Havlovich is 7 in the conference with 13 points. Natalie Rawolf is 10th in conference with 11. Haley Van Horn on a fraction is 13th with 11 points per game. Sophie Schleve is 10. Carson Nelson is 10. So while you don't, the soon-to-be 14-0 Ripon team doesn't have anybody in the top 6 in conference in scoring, but they do in the 7, 10, 13, 15, 16 spot. On the rebounding, Sophie Schleve leads Ripon in the 5 spot in conference rebounds. Haley Van Horn is 6.5 boards. Molly Johannes, a non-starter, still good enough for the 21st rebounding position in conference. And then who else? Lainey Havlovitz averages 4.5 rebounds in the 25th, or I should say the top 23.
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't need size to rebound. You just need heart, physicality. You like to be in a crowd.
Yeah.
Tough-minded. Be quick. Beat the opponent to the spot. Also helps. Here we go, the last 4:40 of the game.
Jorgensen with it.
Don't think for a minute Ripon's going to just sit back defensively, because they're not. We know that.
Naomi Ricola and Alex Stricker heading to the scorer's table. Well, that's a travel.
It was.
Johannes comes away with it.
You're right, it was a travel. The ref's going to let it go.
While the long pass, Frito comes up with it.
Got 2 more coming in here in the next whistle.
Oh.
It's a zig and a zag. We've seen that enough this year. Every team does it. Alex Stricker gets in. And who's the other one here for Ripon? Okay, Maggie Glaus is out there. Maddie Friedel is out there.
Naomi Ricola.
Yep.
Presley
Buwalda.
Alex Stricker.
Yep. The 5. Good feet.
Naomi Ricola sang the national anthem prior to the men's game. Did a quite nice job.
Yep. The only thing she hasn't done is sell concessions tonight. Otherwise, she'd have the trifecta.
What about tickets?
She does a really good job. Nice voice.
Indeed. Maggie Thompson at the line.
Sevastopol High School, Sturgeon Bay. Naomi Ricola, just a freshman.
Misses it, and Ricola grabs the board. She's in the stat sheet tonight.
Looking.
Rifle the pass down low to Friedel, and she rifled one right at Molly Johannes on the bench.
Yeah, they've been hanging out with, I was just going to say, they've been hanging out with Molly Johannes because she can certainly rifle it.
Yeah.
For the Rams,
Got over 35 degrees today.
It felt nice.
February 3rd, by the way, I never knew this. February 3rd was the halfway point of winter. So we're on the downside of winter.
Edger stringing it in, no good. Stricker with the board. Waldo with it. Out to Glaus.
I like the way there's fives moving the ball.
The lefty lay with Maggie Glaus.
Good ball movement, side to side, north south, and then they attack. Nice job. And they're not leaving anybody open with an open shot.
Out of bounds. And Ripon's going to clear their bench. Mariah Sears, Nadia Hoffa, Peyton Perea, and Kylie Elmblad all checking into the ball game. They're going to leave Stricker out there. And once again, for the fourth game in a row that we've done, Ripon has emptied their bench. Ripon's got to lead the nation in bench points, you think.
I'm assigning you to that. You can text me the results.
Fair enough. Nadia Hoffa with it. Elmblad now.
There you
Elmblad
go.
with a long two.
Why not?
Nylon, that was pure.
Well, you don't want to step out on me? Okay. Sophomore, Marquette, Michigan. Look at that. They're not.
They're not letting up.
No, they're not letting up. It's smothering. It's smothering defense.
Look at that. Oh. Oh, Ashlyn Nottestead entered into the game. Lake Geneva Badger High School. Holds the school's.
I've heard of that place.
Holds the school's ladies 3-point record. Was there when she broke it. Nice moment.
Nope.
Wedged.
Here we go.
Minute 20 left. Martin, I just want to tell you it's been a pleasure working with you again this year.
Hey, thank you.
Football and basketball.
That's right. We were up there.
A few times.
Yeah.
3.
You'll be back next year.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah. We'll be doing it again.
I'm looking forward to it. Nice little
Crossover.
Nylon! Holy cow!
Woo-hoo-hoo. Well, they average 75 points a contest, Ripon does.
They made it.
And Cornell averages 60 a game. But when they were held to 19, little dribble, relocate, stop, pop. When they were held to 19 points in the first half by that smothering defense of the Redhawks, you knew they weren't going to hit their season average of 60.
Oh. So that might be Ripon's last possession of the game.
They give up, they'll score 60, but they'll give up 54 a game, Cornell, so obviously the margin is 6 points. Ripon averages 75 points, but only gives up 52. They are 7th in the nation for margin. That's 23.5 points allowed per game. Or I should say the difference between what they score and what they relinquish on defense. So we're getting a foul call here. Stop the action momentarily.
Brady Buffington at the line.
I think
This is the first.
yeah, I'm just thinking they got the one really good. Is that Robinson, the quick guard that got injured for them?
I think
That
so.
went
yes.
out?
Yes.
Yeah, she's quick. She's got quick. I think they need another player to complement her in the backcourt. Otherwise, size-wise, let's see what we got.
Oh, they're calling in the subs.
Yep.
$11 seconds left in this ball game. Once Nadia Hoffa inbounds it, this is going to be it.
Gracie Park got in there for the closing seconds, along with Akoy Adam.
They're going to close it out. So Ripon advances to 14-0 in Midwest Conference play, 21-2 overall with a 76-40 victory here at the Weisky Gymnasium tonight. So Ripon splits that doubleheader, and I'm going to bed.
Yep.
Other things first.
Yep. So congratulations to keep it going, Coach Busalaki.
Yep.
Nice job. And now you're going to travel a few hours to the south. Actually, closer to 3 hours to the south. Take on Galesburg, Illinois, Knox College.
And another thing that this game does, I just recalled, this outright clinches a regular season Midwest Conference title for the Ripon College Lady Redhawks. Another one.
That's right. Another one is right, because there's been at least a half dozen of them. That's nuts. That is absolutely, I've never seen anything like it in the Midwest Conference of basketball, men or women, what she's been able to put together and assemble and continue season after season.
Well,
all right.
Well, Ripon wins. Oh, no, you go first.
No, I was just going to say, Patrick Cronin, Riley Eisnagel, nice job on the camera and all the fancy equipment. Yeah, it's always a good thing, right?
Once again, Ripon wins by 36, 76-40. Riley, Patrick, Martin, it's been a pleasure. From the Weisky Gymnasium inside the Wilmore Center, for Martin Ernser, I'm Crete Slattery signing off for the last time in the 2025-2026 season. Good night, everyone, and good luck to these Lady Redhawks the rest of the way. Have a good one.